A federal funding freeze could impact families here in Hampton Roads. The president and CEO at the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeast Virginia is sounding the alarm. He says the federal government is withholding millions of dollars from the 21st Century Community Learning Center Fund. That money is used for the club's after-school and summer programs. Derek Lytle joins us in the studio with the impacts a long funding freeze could have. Derek.
Yeah, Dana, Kevin Will has been with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Southeast Virginia for a decade, and he tells me roughly $4 million in federal funding is being withheld here in the state. He believes if it's not released to them soon, children in Hampton Roads will suffer from negative impacts. A funding freeze that could prove detrimental to local youth development.
Over 1,000 clubs would close here in Virginia. 14 to 15 clubs would possibly close.
Boys and Girls Clubs closing. Kevin Will, president of Boys and Girls Club of Southeast Virginia, says this could put added stress on those that are able to keep the lights on.
Clubs closed will leave a huge gap here in Hampton Roads in different areas. It will mean independent centers like this one here in Virginia Beach will have increased capacities.
He says many kids could miss out on programs in STEM, art, and even good character and citizenship. And the Boys and Girls Club director for the Rosemont location in Virginia Beach, E.J. Ferguson, says he grew up and gained life skills by coming to the center, and it's a main reason he chooses to give back to the kids. He says losing resources to aid in their development would be heartbreaking.
Devastating, because with taking away those funds, you take away our resources.
Choosing to focus on providing children the tools they need to build a solid foundation with worry lingering in the background.
Just seeing the growth and seeing the kid come in here at 6 and then leave at 18 with all the resources and tools that we're able to provide them.
For Kevin Hill, he's hoping funding is released soon so the kids they work with every day don't take steps backwards. And he says every dollar invested in their clubs sees a return of $10 in the local economy.
If we do not support that, we'll slide back into either kids are okay at home by themselves, or they're just being babysat and not really developing and growing in that critical time that they spend out of school.
Investment in youth, keeping kids out of trouble that may soon be in jeopardy. Now, I did have a conversation with Virginia Delegate Sam Russole, who is also the chairman of the Virginia House of Education Committee, and he tells me he recently sent a letter to the federal representatives to request the funds be released, and he believes it's overdue because these funds had already been allocated by Congress in recent spending bills. Derek Lytle, 13 News Now.
All right, thanks so much, Derek. Boys and Girls Clubs of America's president says 220,000 kids across the country could be negatively impacted, and almost 6,000 people at Boys and Girls Clubs could lose their jobs.